Hello and welcome. I'm going to be trying out some MX Simulator today. Fair warning, I am not great at this game, but I have owned it for a very long time. I've bought it back in 2010. I just checked my email to see exactly when, and yeah, so I've had this game since 2010, and I've played it on and off since then. Recently, not too much, especially since I got really into MX bikes, but I never really was good at this game to begin with. And I went ahead and downloaded Sorento Hills by Checkers because I remember this being one of my favorite tracks back when I used to play. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to do the best I can, but again, like I said, don't expect much, but hopefully we can get better at this. I did play on keyboard and mouse for quite a while when I first started playing this game, because I actually didn't have access to a controller. So that is kind of interesting. I was fairly decent, I would say, on a keyboard at one point, maybe. Like not decent, but I could at least get around the track on a keyboard, which is pretty impressive and weird to think about now. There's no way I could do that. I'm also riding just the 2018 like YZ250. I downloaded the like default replacement model pack for the bikes because one thing that I remember struggling with as far as this game goes is it's really hard to get mods, I feel like. Like I tried downloading a newer, like a 2020 YZ250 or something, and I downloaded both like the model for it and the actual skin and put them in my personal folder, and I couldn't get them to work in game. Maybe I'm missing something, but yeah, it's just for some reason the bikes are really difficult. The gear and tracks really easy to download, but yeah, for some reason, I don't know, I get really confused when it comes to the bikes. So if maybe someone could explain that in the comments, that would be very helpful. Alright, this section I am ridiculously bad at. See if I can actually... Oh, no. At least we didn't have a fall off crash. Also, I should probably move my mouse out of the way. I focus so hard on trying to ride consistently that things like that I don't even think about. Alright. But as far as MX Simulator goes, like I do really enjoy this game. Like even though I'm really bad at it, and kind of like a love-hate relationship, I guess, I do love it just because you can really tell how well the physics work, and everything is like really consistent. Like you can tell when something goes wrong, whereas MX bikes, it's easy to get like kicked in a weird way that's slightly unexpected, just the way the physics are, which I'm sure will improve over time, just like MX Simulator has. Oh man, I way overjumped that. Maybe I'll try some Supercross in MX Simulator in the future, because again, at one point I could at least make it around a lap. It wasn't consistent, but I could do it, so I kind of want to at least get back to that point in this game. Oh man, boner error. But yeah, I want to try to at least get to that point because there's just so many tracks and just so much content in general, really, just because of how long this game's been out. So there's a lot of really neat stuff that'd be super fun to play. I just need to be good enough to actually enjoy it. I'm just gonna skip that corner there. But yeah, if there's any kind of tips or suggestions that you have, definitely let me know. in the comments so I can try them out and whatnot. One thing I don't really have down is I can't tell if I like the camera the way it is or not. It seems kind of closer to MX Bikes the way I have it set up. But yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily like the way it should be, but it kind of feels a little comfortable for me. So, and then setup I'm not really sure about. I'm definitely not running the stock setup. I actually stole mine from a Sim Bros video, like their most recent sim setup, I believe. So I definitely don't want to take any credit at all there. But this is one of those games where like MX Bikes, you can leave it really like pretty much stock and have a great time with the OEM bike pack, because they did spend a lot of time like tuning each bike. Probably gonna mess this section up again, but so you can leave it pretty close to stock and have a pretty good setup going. But with MX Simulator, I feel like it's a night and day difference. Like some people say that having a setup doesn't really help all that much. Like it really just comes down to skill, which I mean it's probably true to some extent, but I have a really hard time playing with a stock setup. It's definitely all about comfort. And I do feel like one thing that I appreciate about MX Bikes is the fact that it is easier to pick up and play, but it does have a pretty good skill gap for it. And it almost helped me with my MX Simulator playing, if that makes sense. I feel like I got a lot better. Like before, there's no way I could really make it through these tracks without crashing. Like maybe here and there I could get a clean lap, but nothing like this now. And again, this isn't great, but this is like the most fun that I've had so far with MX Simulator, because I actually kind of know what I'm doing. Whoa. As I say that though, I always get all sketch. Oh, I can't believe we didn't have a fall off crash there. One trick I do know that I picked up from watching Kellen at Start Your Systems is kind of leaning forwards a smidge and then sitting down when you're like over jumping something like that, and then hopefully you won't have a fall off crash. And it definitely helps. But yeah, if there's any good beginner tracks as well that maybe I could enjoy riding and maybe do a video on, definitely let me know. I'm always open to those types of suggestions. This is just kind of like a, I don't know, like I could add a new game to the channel, I just am not very good at it. So whatever you guys want to see as far as MX Sim goes, just kind of let me know, but keep in mind my skill level. I am gonna actually, we'll do a lap of third person. This is how I learned to play initially when I first played MX Sim. So there's some stuff that's a lot easier to do in third person, but also like I can't tell if I like first person more, because each of them has their perks, I feel like, and I feel like I'm about as good in both views. But I do enjoy looking at the whips and whatnot in third person more, obviously. So that kind of helps, and I'm able to control them a little better. Not that I'm great at whipping. Oh, I don't know how we didn't go down there. I'll see if I can maybe throw a whip off this finish line jump. Nothing too crazy. Again, I just need to get used to this game, because it is a lot harder than MX Bikes in my opinion. Yeah, at least we didn't crash in that section. It wasn't the cleanest, but I'll go ahead and finish this lap in third person, I guess, and then wrap up the video. But again, just wanted to do a little like introduction to the possibility of MX Simulator on this channel. Maybe if you guys want like a slight comparison where I talk about the pros and cons, again, it'd all be subjective, just my own opinion, but if you guys want to see something like that, definitely let me know. I'm open. One thing I feel like that's a lot different in third person as opposed to first is my sense of speed. Like, I feel like I'm going way faster in third person, so I feel like I slow down too much and like let off too much for some of the jumps when I definitely could be going faster. It's way easier also in third person to like save yourself from going down, I guess. Sometimes I can get sketch, but actually pull off like a decent save just because I can see what I'm doing. Alright. Throw a little whip there. Try not to go down. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, when you get those wobbles, it's pretty gnarly. I'd like 9 times out of 10 I go down. Alright. So yeah, again, I'm not doing terrible. I have played for maybe a total of, well, it went down there, maybe like 3 hours in total in preparation just for this this first video, just to familiarize myself and kind of remind myself how this game works again, which again, still not used to, but at least getting a little more consistent. Alright. See what time I get on this lap. It definitely wasn't the best, but it also wasn't awful. 3:16, that was my best lap. I guarantee though, with just a little more time, like I could probably break that 3-minute mark. But yeah, again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm open to suggestions. So, till the next one.